Automated warning to all responders. The Mr. Farmhands are out of control. Evacuate civilians. And take down those supervisors. Once they're dealt with, you'll have to reboot the server. Again.
Okay, so this is a world event that's happening. That's insane. But notice how there are many more... let's grab all this. Cannot... Wait, why can't I grab these? Am I over encumbered? No, I'm not. I don't know why those were grayed out, but that was confusing. There are many more corpses of responders than there are raiders here, which says to me that the raiders maybe came in and took them out because they wanted what they could not have. Supervisor Chattingham. All right, you, sir. I can take you on, I think. All right, down you go. But your friend here, Mr. Farmhand. So the Farmhands are getting out of control, and there's an automated message from Maria. Who? Oh, I'm already like mixing up the names. Did I keep all of those different things or didn't I? Holotapes. What was Maria's last name that we just heard? I feel like she's perhaps related to one of these guys. I'm not sure though. Oh, here's gonna be another stash where I can put my own stuff. There's another player named Jordan there. So far, I mean, this is also kind of a... It's a thing on consoles as well. It started to, back in the day, like on Xbox, everybody had a mic and everybody talked, right? But as time went on and party chat became a thing, like less and less people started talking in game chat. And on PC, game chat really hasn't been a big thing for quite a long time, right? And so we keep running into these people, but I'm not hearing them ever really talking. But then again, I have the voice thingy turned off because I don't want them to hear me. And there's a Brahmin, which I don't think we should kill. This seems like he's supposed to be here. I don't know, though. But let's keep going forward here and find more of these supervisors. Because according to the thing up there in the top left, we have 27 minutes here in this dynamic world event to kill off these farmhand supervisors. And I don't know what reward we are going to get as a result of that, but... All right. I mean, so far, I will say, like, it doesn't seem like the difficulty of the game is really all that high. Like, I can run right up to these guys with a freaking melee weapon. I do have a bunch of armor on that's also upgraded. That's probably part of it. This Mr. Messenger guy is not even helping me at all whatsoever either. And then the final guy is over this way.
I am not authorized to do so.
Yeah, you're not authorized. Oh, dude, here are some coffins! There's a meeting hall, and that ties into the guy that we saw back there. So this is a very different kind of storytelling. It's I think they described it as Discovered World, which I'm fine with. Over encumbered. Oh, I think those items were grayed out because they would over encumber me. But we're okay. They need to move this box. If I can move this box to be like all the way up here where it's not in the line of this, that'd be so much freaking better. But yeah. It's because I ate that grilled radstag earlier that it didn't matter if I'd get over encumbered or not. Wait, where am I going? Where am I going right now? That's the overseer. The final supervisor is all the way over there. My goodness. I want to kill the supervisors before I like do anything more like with the story or anything. So I guess we'll do it that way. Oh, there's a... Well, what remains of a graveyard here. And I've got to imagine that these graves are those of the responders, not necessarily the people that were here before. Wow. This is neat, dude. I love Fallout. I love this game, dude. And you guys have been seeing so far, like, people are worried that having other people in the world is going to, like, ruin the game. Challenge complete. Oh, level 4. People are saying it's going to, like, ruin the game having other people in there. But is it really? Like, so far, have you really seen other players negatively impact the experience I've had in this entire time that I've been playing? Because, no, not really, right? Like, I see them, and we just kind of ignore each other, which kind of goes against the idea of this, I would say. But at the same time, you know, if you have your microphone in, you could talk to these people. If you're playing with your friends, you guys can all interact together. I'm coming to help. There we go. Now, we didn't kill the supervisor. Supervisor's inside. Okay. Oh! This is... Okay. Well, this is the first time I've had one of these. Okay. I couldn't really control my character there for a sec. Another Mr. Farmhand. What is this? Oh, the feral gold. Oh, it's a mining gold. These are miners. My goodness, what is this?
Automated message. The Forest Watch detects all supervisors down. Good job. Responder team, proceed to the Ag Center and get to the mainframe. We need to reset the farmhand targeting parameters. That should keep our people safe in the area. Be careful.
Okay, I'm leaving that because... Oh, that's an... dude! That's gotta be the Mega Stop. It says Mega Stop. But dude, that's awesome looking. That's really cool looking, dude. Oh man, this game is awesome. But yeah, so that was the... That's where we need to go. That was left there to us by the Overseer. That's where we need to go for like the main quest of like what's doing here when we're following the Overseer around. And that's fine, but I'm not looking to do that right now. Vault-Tec Agricultural Research Center. Change farmhands targeting parameters. That's what I'm trying to do, and I keep doing this to open up the map. That's not how you open up the map. That's find the Overseer. Vault-Tec Agricultural Center. Oh no, the change farmhand thing is here. I'm so confused. It says this is where we need to go. We can search it, but also it says this is the research center and we need to change the parameters, which I imagine we do from inside and not outside, right? So I guess we do have to actually go back in. So more loading screens, right? Which is fine. All right. It's weird. You don't have control of your character until you first move in. We probably have to go down here to the basement. Looks like this guy killed off everybody because he was coming in as I was going out. By the way, if they're red like that, that means they are hostile, so you might as well attack them. How do we get down low, dude? There's got to be a room somewhere. I mean, here's the bathroom. There's no way this would take us down there. We can go upstairs, but that's kind of the opposite of where I'm looking to go. Oh, so they complete it? Okay, so what happens? I'm waiting for something to pop up on my screen to say, this is what happened. Item reward. Right away diluted, some ammo, a sturdy leg, and then something else. Let's see if that sturdy leg is actually better than what I have. Oh, there is sturdy leather right leg. So 2 and 4 compared to the 2 and 3 that I have. So it's actually better. It needs repaired, but it's actually better than what I have. And I also leveled up, so let's go ahead and do that. And you have an unopened pack. Okay. Gun runner, that's for agility. Can do for luck. Lead belly for endurance. And slow metabolizer for also endurance. You also get the funnies. Rifle says to drunk revolver, don't go half-cocked. Oh, gosh. Okay, so why can't I go back and look at the perks I just had here? All food satisfies hunger by an additional 25%, but that requires level 5 of endurance. So that's what I thought was weird about the idea of this card perk system. Wait, oh, you can't click that. I don't want to click anything because... Okay, so we can click strength. And these are the cards I own so far for... Wait, so was that never actually upgraded? I did this earlier, like a long time ago. And then... I'm so confused. Okay, so these... Where are these cards coming from? All I'm doing is pressing Z and C. Oh, so luck, agility, cost 1, cost 2, filter. These are my strength cards. These are my perception cards. And you have, by the way, you have 1 in every single one of your perks as soon as you start the game. So any of these ones that require only 1 in perception, I can use that immediately. That's now targets limbs. You can focus your accuracy, then you'll get damage for shots and stuff. All drinks quench thirst by an additional 25%. Hunger and thirst grow 40% more slowly when in camp or in a team workshop. That's what I was doing on my other hacker. Yeah, gain +1 hacking skill. Yeah, I need to get that for my other character. Yeah, okay, so this is all fine and dandy and interesting, but I'm confused because I could have sworn that I've already upgraded this. Rank up available. Did I not upgrade this already last time? But now I have the level 3 card, which is cool. Okay, so I think I upgraded it properly last time. It just, I didn't really realize that I did. But because I now have all of these different perks... Oh, one unused. It says that for all those. So can I add all these cards basically at one time? And then if I put them in, are they there permanently? Probably not, right? Okay, so you take 30% less radiation from eating and drinking. Let's just equip that. And let's go over to agility and gun runner, which is going to... Your running speed is increased by 10% when you have a pistol equipped. I mean, I have a pistol. That's what I use. So I guess that'll help out actually a little bit. And then over here in luck... We can, oh, that's locked till level 7. So 40% chance to find extra canned food when you search a food container. Okay, and then I don't have any cards for perception, charisma, intelligence, or luck that I can use. So question, can I remove this? I can. So this is like kind of, you can have as many perks as you want essentially. Up to level 50, though, you can put points into strength, perception, endurance, charisma, and all that, right? And you have to have a certain amount of each one of those stats to use certain cards, like you guys saw with the 7 luck required for that 1 perk for the luck ability, or for the luck stat there, right? So you can swap out your cards as much as you want, but you have a limited number of these stats here at the top that are going to be available to you. And the more you play, the more you unlock different cards and packs. I think you can also find cards out in the world as well. So it's actually kind of interesting. I remember when we first heard about the idea of the card system being here in this game to replace traditional perks. Lots of people didn't like that because it was confusing, it was different, it almost sounded like your perks were going to be randomized and you weren't really going to be able to fully customize your character the way that you would like to. But after seeing that, it seems like there is a bit of randomness, like it's still hard to like get certain cards and stuff like that, but you can still build your character the way you want while also being able to have him excel in different areas of the game, while also not being, like, ridiculous or anything. We can take that to go to the roof, it looks like. I want to go grab that thing that we're looking for down there, but I don't... Ooh. Ooh. Note to Marge. Who's Marge? Marge, I miss you and the boys more than life. Don't think I'm a coward. I'm using what God gave me to help the only way I can. This agricultural center is a chance to feed all the people. I'll get it done. I'm close. I can feel it. McFadden. So it almost seems like a letter that a guy wrote his wife. Oh, McFadden's terminal. Ooh, so this is 4393. So let's see here. It was in 2077 the bombs fell. So this is what? 2077, so that's like quick 13 years, 16 years after the bombs fell, 16 to 17, depending on when these terminals came in, somewhere in that ballpark. So that's like 8 years before where we are here in current game, in current day. Facilities all busted. Tried restarting the generator, but fusion core is spent. Every able-bodied soul is busy fighting, not growing crops. The people need this. He wants to rebuild the Vault-Tec facility here. Responders came through with a fusion core. Okay, plugged it in and the whole place lit up. What a sight. But all the Mr. Farmhands are hunks of metal. Wait, is that good or bad? All the Mr. Farmhands are hunks of metal. That probably means they're not working. Okay. Heard we lost a battle near Grafton. Who are they fighting? The Raiders? We got to get the farming up before it's too... We've got to get the farming up before it's too late. People are starving out there. Got one farmhand online. All the Vault-Tec terminals were fried. Having to figure it out on my own. I like this McFadden guy here. Success. The whole fleet of Mr. Farmhands are up and idling, but they won't move. Just got their vocal circuits back online. Keep complaining about fertilizer. Just plant the seeds. Any yield at all is better than nothing. So the Mr. Farmhands are saying that fertilizer's bad, but literally it's a post-apocalypse right now, man. All right, this is November 11th. I've got into the central memory thing for the farmhands. Running out of options. I'm not a robot tech, so I'm doing the best I can. I haven't heard from anybody, not even Marge. But if anyone's out there, they'll need food. Just got access to the core settings. I'll fiddle with the fertilizer settings. Maybe if I can set it to 0, they'll just start planting. Well, now setting it to 0 seems to have done the opposite, because they're all pretty much rogue and attacking a lot, and we see no sign of what maybe happened to McFadden. My character's parched. We do have a radio, though. There's no sign of McFadden here. This building, by the way, reminds me so much of New Vegas. There's lots of buildings that have the same kind of a feel to it. I like it quite a bit. But yeah, so long story short there, this guy named McFadden came here. Oh, well safe. Pre-war money. He came here to the Vault-Tec Agricultural Research Center trying to find a way to grow food for the survivors, right? And he's hearing that they're losing battles. He wrote to Marge. You don't know who Marge is? Perhaps a wife, lover, girlfriend, something. And he got the robots to work when they weren't working before. And the robots, were actually complaining about the soil and stuff like that. And he tried adjusting some of the settings and such to 0. That's the last we heard. He adjusted the settings to 0, which is maybe why they're all rogue and like attacking and stuff right now. And that's probably, maybe, what ended up happening to McFadden. It's hard to say. But there's so much little lore. I mean, there's a lot here. Like, when my brother and I were first playing this game, and we're kind of just running around, we're exploring, but it didn't seem like there was actually that much. But as soon as you come here to this town, I mean, there are so many of those survivor stories, and there's a lot here. You have to listen to it and read it and really look around. It's much different than like an actual character standing there talking to you, but it's pretty interesting. But here is going to be the Overseer's journal. This is the Overseer that told us to come and meet her down here.
Overseer's, let's call these personal journals. Not an official log, just something for me. The Agricultural Center, one of my first posts with Vault-Tec. I was so excited because I used to come to this same farm when I was a kid. I remember one year at the Autumn Festival, me running through the corn maze, going every which way, Mom and Dad yelling after me to slow down. Wasn't gonna happen. I guess I was always hitting life fast. Couldn't just be a pioneer scout, I had to make troop leader. Couldn't just be a good student. I had to have straight A's. God, I miss those early days. Just being a kid. The three of us, our simple life, our simple house. No wonder it's still standing.
I think she's going to her home. She said she used to come here as a kid. It's kind of, it's really cool. We're starting to be able to connect to the Overseer here a little bit. And I like that a lot. And she worked here. Before that, she grew up here. So she's wondering about her old house. But what's interesting is it still says to find the Overseer here in Flatwoods. How does that make sense? You can find the next journal in Sutton, though. It says right there under Personal Matters. Okay. Can I just say how much I like the Vault-Tec briefcase here? That's pretty freaking neat. Pretty neat. I'm a big fan of that. I have a Radaway somewhere, don't I? Let's go ahead and take a Radaway. There she is. And then... Oh, I'm out of stim packs. Ooh, that's not good. I used up all those stim... I have to heal off of food and stuff like that. But... I don't know what turned into that. I now have 15 spoiled vegetables because I grabbed a bunch of vegetables and I've just had them in my bag for a while. But how can they spoil that bad? It hasn't been that long, has it? Like mute fruit. I wonder if spoiled vegetables would be all the mute fruit and stuff I've grabbed, maybe. I'm not sure. I really don't know. How am I? I'm actually terrible on water. So let's drink some of this tea. And let's drink some of this water. Get that up there. That's going to help out quite a bit. And that also helped up my hit points by drinking all that. So now let's go back out into Appalachia. Appalachia? I've heard it said so many different ways that I really don't know which one that may actually be. But so far, man, really, really enjoying this game. This is so good. It does come out officially on November 14th. And I said it before, but I really don't want to see like the whole game here in the beta. Apparently, like what you do in the beta can actually transfer over into the full game itself. But right now, it's really more to me about just getting a feel for the game. Like, this is all the very early stuff. If I were speed running this, we could have gotten to this point, very quickly. But that's not the fun of Fallout games. The fun of Fallout games is doing exactly what we're doing right now and going into all these buildings here around the Vault-Tec Agricultural Research Center and looking at these, what do you even call these sheds, and seeing what may actually be still here. And I mean, we're finding some good stuff here. Now, she mentioned a corn maze. I wonder if there's a corn maze maybe around here somewhere. I guess we'll have to see. But let's see what the map has to say. Where are we supposed to be doing right now? Find the Overseer in Flatwoods. Why is that still here? We just found her journal, but okay. Well, we were supposed to go into the big white church anyway to meet up with. I hate so much I can't zoom out. I keep opening this up because I want to zoom out my character with the scroll wheel. I hate it so much. But we're supposed to go up there into that church anyway, so let's just go ahead and do that. Look at the cars on the road, and it's kind of fun in Fallout, but it's hard to do. But you can do it if you really have an imagination, you can. Look at the world right now and try to picture it before the bombs fell, before the war, before the devastation. Try to picture that, right? Picture the road not being broken at all. Picture it just being an actual clean, completely normal road, paved road with very minimal potholes. Picture the leaves not being everywhere. Picture the grass not being overgrown. Picture the buildings having their paint not be nearly as faded. And when you look at this image like that, it's neat. And then you look at the reality that we actually have here in Fallout. I like that. I don't know. I really like the Fallout universe quite a bit, and I think I get more into it than maybe other people do, but I really do enjoy it. And that bridge looks like a lot of fun, and we may or may not be able to actually get on top of it. We can probably kill that Brahmin with no downside whatsoever, but I feel like I shouldn't be killing the Brahmin here. I don't know, but then again, the Brahmin may have been here for the responders, but the responders don't appear to be here anymore.
It's all over, but the crowd